Hi, my name is Tim Starks. I'm working at a residential center in Minot, North Dakota. We have two types of care. We have PRTF, which is Psychiatric Residential Facility. We have 16 beds. We also have RCCF, which is Residential Child Care Facility, which we have about 33 beds. I'm working directly with the kids from about 3 to 9, 3 nights a week. Well, 2 nights a week and Saturday. Um, Safety concerns for the kids, confidentiality always comes into question or always comes to mind with safety and concern for the kids in regards to the families. Um, Also, for the PRTF children, it is very important that we keep them safe, as in locked up, or the door not locked up, but the doors are locked, um, so they can't get out and nobody can get in the PRTF. Age range are from 10 to 14. I'd say safety and security. One of the biggest things working in a residential setting is, I don't know, we have what we call 960s. If a resident reports to me that he has been abused or neglected by his family or by a staff member that works at the facility, we have to um, fill out a 960, which state the facts of what the resident said to you, send it off to North Central Human Services, which is, they do the inspections for the state. As soon as we find out, or the child tells us what happened, and we write the 960 and send it off, we have to make sure that we do not investigate it. It's not our job to investigate these things, or continue to talk about them. So if one of our therapists or something, it's reported to them, they just fill out the 960 and don't investigate it anymore. If it's reported to me as a RT um, residential care, um, I fill out the 960. So whoever it's reported to first, and this is to keep the residents safe, because sometimes things happen in a cottage where um, a staff member can go too far, arguing, say something mean, not care for the residents' well-being. And I know we don't want that to happen, but sometimes it does. So a 960 needs to be filed. The safety of the residents also, sometimes they need to be put into holds. We do CPI, which is hands-on. We don't use any kind of mechanical restraints. We just, first we will transport the resident, which is hands off. We just walk with them, and then we will um, escort them. Well, no, escort is hands off. Sorry, transport is hands on, and we will just hold them and walk with them. If they hit us or they continue to do things for their own safety or harm them, if they're going to harm themselves or others for their own safety, we have to put them in a hold, which is basically just us holding on to them and stopping them from hurting themselves or others. That's a big safety thing. I do not care for putting kids in holds. We do at our residential center. We do try as hard as possible with a trauma informed care. Um, Look at how we do things. We try to offer other ways to handle the situation to the resident without going to a hold, because there is a possibility that they can get hurt in that hold, and we don't want to do that. So, between the 960s, the holds, and I said the doors are locked for the PRTF. You know, PRTF is tough because they've made a lot of cutbacks and closed a lot of the psychiatric wards in North Dakota. So we get a lot of the kids that are psychiatric or um, high on the autistic level spectrum. Um, So we have to deal with these kids, and sometimes they hit people, and sometimes they say things that are really mean, and you just have to remind yourself and the staff that for the safety of the resident, we have to stay calm and cool and try to find alternative ways to handle the residents rather than continuously putting them in holds. And make sure that if something has happened to the resident in this past that was abuse or neglect, that we file a 960, turn it in, and make sure that we do not investigate it. We let the county do the investigation. So, dealing with 10 to 14-year-old kid boys in one cottage and 10 to 14-year-old girls in another cottage, we can have 8 of each. So we have 16 beds, like I said earlier. And just always looking out for the safety and concern and well-being of the residents is our main job. And, um, that's my talk on safety and security for the residents. And if you have any questions, let me know in our blog or post, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you.